Right, so this works. Ah, there we go. That's the right one.
Let's go.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, it's Atomic. Hey, everyone. How you all doing? Can't hear me. Why can't you hear me? They don't have me too loud because otherwise you'll get confused. Looking for a civilian, don't forget your vampiric senses. Hmm? Does it set the volume like down to the lowest? Because I know it does that. If I remember how to play this. Okay, so if I want to upgrade the shotgun, I need common trigger parts. I need tiny common handle parts. Huh? Ah. Done, people. So I need common handle parts more. Now I have a backup for when I have. Right, oh, it says hi. It's because I don't do. What's it for? Ah, right, so. Actually, look at my. What I have on me and who I need to go heal. Okay, so I need to go find him. Clay needs that. Oswald needs. Let's go speak to Clay. These guys should both be at the hospitals. So reopen all the boxes that have reset.
It's locked, all right.
Damn it.
It's locked, all right.
Damn it. Oh. Codeine? Ferrous tritate. The current mission is reach white trapper less than me. Right. Box is usually outside. Milton. Hey Milton, why I'm here?
Good evening, Milton.
Good evening, Doctor. Still trying to save lives?
Do you have anything for
I'd
me
like
buy?
to see your goods.
Wise choice, Dr. Reed. A reliable gun is what everybody needs these days.
There's common trigger parts, you just have. I'll buy that, because I need that. Tiny common handle part. Common handle part. Buy both of those.
Another night with the glorious battalion of Pembroke.
Ah, there he is. Drinking again.
Hey, Doc.
Hey, on your phone, is she?
You're lucky to be alive, Mr. Cox. I hope you're starting to take better care of yourself.
This place is full of sickness and decay. How could I get better in such a dump?
Shut up and take your medicine, bitch.
Consider yourself lucky that I'm treating all of my patients equally. But don't push your luck.
Don't play the innocent with me. good reasons to act this way, and also weaknesses that can be exploited.
Right, so he's recovering. Hi, guard.
I'll leave you for now, Mr. Cox.
Right, now. Need to find the other guy. Where he's at some point. Quinning. Now, if I remember correctly, Raj is around the back here. Yeah, it's around here.
It's locked. Good evening, Dr. Reed. Such a pleasure to see you again.
What you got for trade?
Please show me what you have to sell.
Of course. It's just trinkets and curios, really. But I'm sure they can be useful.
Well, mostly because they're all freaking drugs. No, I saw you moving. Berries. Right, let's try doing this one again. Get piano in there. Yeah. One with it. Oh. Items. I will always take items. Back here. Huh. These two here. I think. What is my warp button? Button 2, not you. You taste num num.
There's one of them. Burn him! Burn him! That's what you do with leeches.
I will bleed you. They will bleed you dry. And now I'll take your drops. What's wrong, babes? Not working. I've never heard of that. Be surprised how close places actually are. District serious. This guy is level 18. And taking advantage of the fact that give me your blood. Oh. Whitbeak Boys notes. Concerning recruitment of new boys in Whitechapel, I think I found one. Albie. He's as stupid as a store, but tough. I asked him to prove me he could get some drugs from the back market and deliver quickly and nicely. Next time we meet, I'll tell him he's accepted as a Whitbeak Boy. And he must now meet the bosses. Oh, new hint. Yeah.
Oi! Didn't you hear this? Fine! You ugly fucker! You're mine!
Your range is really annoying, I'll let you know that. Damn it! Mr. Crossbowman, you're making me angry. I will take your blood. Don't mind me, I'm just gonna help behind this because you're too dumb. Oh, Doctor, so dramatic. What's he doing? Oh, God damn it. Yes, baby girl. It does. Kissy. Hi. Anna. Alright, where are the other bodies? Killings. Money. Right. Oh, new hideout unlocked. Noted, there's a hideout up here. Hey. Out of curiosity, did I get the I did. Alright, so that's now level 2. Increase damage by 10% or decrease reloading time by 25%. 20 extra damage or that? Damage, reload. More damage. Oh, I can upgrade this now. Yeah, it's all blood. There we go. Common handle parts there. 4, 5, so that one. So you're right there, Violet.
I can't believe I'm doing this.
Alright, round we go. Where we stop? Nobody knows. You hurt her bum.
This is no place for a gentleman. Last warning! Die, vermin!
Don't take a chance!
Get that leech's
Bloody monster!
Oh, that's tough, but got him. Suppose you burst DP and ask them down, but we're gonna have to go and. Sorry? No. Exactly, honey. Loot can I find in here? Let's. Medical supplies. Full of alcohol, restore pills. Yes.
Die, vermin!
Ow, no burning me. Give me blood. Drink your blood. Okay, what is this? Used Peminion stick. Got like 2 types of steaks. Steak. 15, 10, 35. 10, 10, 30. Okay, so this is better steak. Ooh, new collectible. Opens them. That's like a... Yeah. I like yoinking stuff. What? Back to the hospital? Back to the... Oh, did that not? Got gun shells and cross shells. Or bullets to blow them away with. Yes, this would be if I went up the main.
This is despicable.
Oh, look, Ratty is good food. That light is... Ow. That light is...
Thirst for blood.
Look, just be glad you can actually eat animal blood. Not always things vampires get the luxury of. I'll come back this way later. In. Alright, now to locate Crazy Lady. Oh. Crazy Lady.
Good evening, Miss Howcroft. How are you tonight?
I need blood, Doctor. Warm, rich, vibrant blood.
You crazy woman.
I have made inquiries about the men who were tracking you, Miss Howcroft.
I did not expect a mortal to have this sort of courage. Speak, Doctor. Why are they hunting me down?
It was a misunderstanding. These hunters were in fact looking for a very different creature, but they mistakenly put their sights on you.
I knew it. I have become undone. Those hunters have discovered me, but they don't know what I'm capable of.
If you'll accept some advice from a petty mortal, I think you should assume a low profile and just quietly disappear into the shadows.
You are right. And you have served me well, mortal. Take this as a reward for your time. Perhaps I will allow you to drink deep of my blood. One day.
Thank you. I'll keep that proposition in mind.
You sure you want to go down that road?
Tell me, Thelma, what do you really know about vampires?
I saw one and he saw me. I watched him hunt and kill. I saw his terrible wounds heal as his victim died. And then I knew I was saved.
You mean you actually saw a vampire? Here in London?
Yes. And it has been the answer to my pain. I must drink and kill to regenerate my decaying body. I am a vampire too.
You know enough. You could be in danger. You're delicious.
You have no idea what problems your claim could cause if heard by the wrong people, Miss Howcroft. You must stop this nonsense now.
Why fear the truth? Strange things live in the dark, Dr. Reed. Strange and ancient beings that were here before this island even had a name.
So I need a hint required for that. Nothing new? Nothing new.
I'll leave you, Mistress of the Dark, to your nocturnal activities.
Right, now, because I've got a bunch of things I can break apart, let's go break them apart quickly. Cycle. Alright, now I'm pretty sure I can't upgrade any of my parts of what. Nope. Need common handle parts. Make one of those because I like having, if I can, I like to have one of all of them on me when I can. I wait if I happen to come across someone who is sick and just go, here, have this. Feel better. Make one of those just in case we need it. Yes, baby girl? Watch me on TV. Yeah, Daddy's streaming. As the game's finally, I can't hear talking, but I'm not. I can hear. How they want. Didn't do. Yeah, turn it up that if you want to. Yeah, yeah. Open this. You're right. Happy.
Do you need something, Jonathan?
Hear that better?
We'll see each other again soon, Edgar.
Not much you can do about that one. Anything else around?
I cannot enter.
Missed. I have. I've missed a bunch of medical cabinets. A medical box. Find the cause of death. Does it concern the death zone? Connor, I'm not quite sure. It's right now. Perhaps I should. Yeah. She gets her need for midnight walks from Bits. A word, please.
Good evening, Dr. Tippett.
Dr. Reed, any good news to share?
You're exhausting yourself, Corcoran. Maybe you should think about preserving your strength.
No. We must keep on healing all those poor souls. We are the last rampart before chaos. Once more, unto the breach.
Nurse Brannigan is worried about you, Doctor.
She should not have told you that. I will have a word with her.
You don't have to blame her for her honesty.
I'm not that kind of man, my dear Jonathan. Actually, Nurse Brannigan's opinion is the only one I may listen to.
That's the questions. Hint require life in London.
Goodbye, Dr. Tippett.
Oh. Let's go talk to the thing. And Oswald's done this. We'll go have a chat with.
Good evening, Nurse Brannigan.
Good evening, Doctor.
You can actually look at me when I talk to you, woman. Anything new from you? Nope.
Goodbye, nurse. Call me if you need assistance. Hello again, Mr. Thatcher. Do you feel any better now?
Yes, this neighborhood may stink of dog shit and reek of piss, but to me it smells like the purest mountain air.
Do you need medical attention?
Don't get me wrong, sir. I'm grateful for what you've done, but I've never felt comfortable with doctors.
I'd need headache cure, which I do not have yet.
I will see you later.
A life in London.
Mr. Thatcher, do you have a job?
No. Since I came back from the war, I spent most of my time and energy just trying to forget.
I understand what you mean. I was a soldier too.
No. Nobody can truly understand what I've gone through.
Why were you locked in that sewer? What happened?
I went by the canal after an argument with a friend. Got chased by these fucking wankers and had to barricade myself in, despite my claustrophobia.
Tell me about your claustrophobia. Has anyone given you an official diagnosis?
That's what the bloody doctor said. But I don't want to go to a hospital to get checked again. I'll deal with it my own way.
Why did you run? What was the reason for your argument?
Newton wanted me to go to a hospital, but I can't stand being closed in. Makes me feel like I'm suffocating.
Oswald, why did you not go to the Pembroke Hospital to seek medical help?
I don't trust doctors. All they care about was their careers and processes. I won't be locked in any room again by anyone.
Your fear of being trapped is not going to go away by itself. You need professional help.
I've seen enough butchers in white coats to last a lifetime. Hospitals reek of chemicals and death. What I need is fresh air.
Oh man. Hello. But you missed the man box. Did. Books in it. Yeah.
Do you want to talk about why you have this fear of being enclosed, Mr. Thatcher?
No, I really don't.
An irrational fear like yours is usually rooted in a specific event. Perhaps it would help to talk about it.
Well, Doctor, take a guess then, if you're so interested in my case.
You got buried.
When I rescued you, you expressed joy at seeing the sky again. So I'm inclined to believe you were trapped or buried somehow. Maybe during a shelling.
Jeez, you're good, Doc. You're really good.
Go on, please. Tell me more about it.
Newton and I were trapped in a circulation tunnel after an artillery attack. We were buried alive for several days without ever knowing if we'd be found.
Jesus.
Oswald, tell me about what happened when you were buried in that tunnel with Newton.
It was more than dark. It was black as pitch. Hours seemed like days, and days like months. Oh, the terror, the shameful thoughts. Lord have mercy.
Guessing you were thinking about offing yourself?
Shameful thoughts. Tell me about them.
At some point, I don't remember which day, but when I thought we'd never be rescued, that this would be our end, I thought about...
Say it, Mr. Thatcher. If you ever want to heal, you have to say it.
I thought about what I could do to survive, just for a few more days. I thought about killing Newton. Killing and eating him. The man I fucking love.
Dude, that's
what
probably
you
not uncommon.
endured was terrifying. It would have completely destroyed weaker men.
It did not destroy Newton.
Tell me about your true feelings for Newton.
I love him. I'm not ashamed to say it. He's the best thing that ever happened to me. I can't imagine life without him.
I admire your honesty. It takes courage to stand up to society. The world needs people like you to create change.
Courage is what we needed in the trenches, looking death in the face every day. I speak plain. I speak my mind.
Have you always been this straightforward?
All I know is, before you saved me by the sewer, my only regret was I wouldn't be able to hold or kiss Newton again. I love him, that's all.
Why should you be ashamed?
I'm not, I said. But Newton sees it differently.
Oh, bless. Okay, so I think that's everything we can talk to him about by the looks of it. Yup.
Goodbye, Mr. Thatcher. Try to take care of yourself.
While I'm down here. Sir, do you not want to talk? Apparently not.
It's locked.
Anything like salvageable down here? May have missed. Doesn't look like it. Ah, there we go.
Hello again, Mr. Blight. I'm happy to see Mr. Thatcher is safe for now.
I'm eternally grateful, Doctor. We were total strangers and you helped us anyway. Can't thank you enough, sir.
Right thing to do.
Do you need medical attention, sir?
No thanks, sir. Unless you're able to get rid of every rat in London.
Why do you stay here now that Mr. Thatcher's back?
It's complicated. Since the war, Oswald's been really nervous with the idea of entering any hospital. And me, I've got my own issues.
Can you speak about them?
Rats, sir. Even seeing one, they turn me. Just want to run. It's that fear that stopped me from going after Oswald when he left.
You are always welcome at the Pembroke Hospital. As a former officer, I'll be honored to welcome a fellow veteran.
I'm not giving up on bringing Oswald back to the hospital. I just need to convince him that he needs some help.
Perhaps he needs to reach that decision by himself.
Could you speak to him? He doesn't usually listen to doctors, but perhaps because you've been through it, you can talk him round.
Hey, give it a go.
What can you tell me about the war, Mr. Blight? If you want to speak about it, of course.
War was... well, you know, sir. The stench of death everywhere. Your mates lying bleeding in the mud. Just praying to make it through and get home. Bloody nightmare.
I fought in France, too. I served as a field surgeon, but it was not uncommon to repel an assault, especially at night.
Yeah. The first time I was wounded, I had to protect the infirmary from hostiles. Twice.
Did you know Oswald Thatcher before the war?
No. We met in the battlefield. I think we're in the same boat to France. We've stuck together ever since.
How do you feel about Oswald Thatcher? You are more than friends, aren't you?
I love him. I love Oswald. We knew we wouldn't survive the war without each other. But I am terrified, Doctor.
What frightens you so much?
What if people find out? Oswald says I'm ashamed, but it ain't that. It's more, well, you know, I never thought I'd love a man.
Enjoy your love. And enjoy life as long as you can, Mr. Blight. Don't let anyone tell you who you should love or how you should love them.
I appreciate your kind words, sir. But it ain't that easy. It's all so new to me.
What caused your phobia of rats, Newton?
It happened last year following an artillery attack. I was trapped for 2 days in a hole under 2 dead soldiers. And there were rats.
Go on.
It started eating me as soon as I dozed. Gnawing at my ears, with fingers, lips. I couldn't move. Couldn't call for help.
I see.
No, you don't. You have no idea what it is to wake up buried under bodies. Fucking vermin eating your flesh. Oswald. He found me and saved me.
You and Oswald were buried alive during the war. Tell me about it.
Yeah. It was last summer. A shell hit our trench and we were buried for a week.
Jesus.
How did you survive for a week?
Luckily for us, there were rations and water in the tunnel. It was an outpost, see. Since then, Oswald's not keen on being inside for too long.
Oswald seemed far more traumatized than you by the event.
It wasn't the first time it happened to me. Surviving it again gave me strength. You believe that?
Yeah, I can do. 1 second, guys. Just gonna put the. I was thinking it's starting to get dark. Hi. One sec, guys. Violet's just used the potty, so I'm getting ready to get it. Well, you got to get me. You keep fuck this card. Alright. Little one is pleased. You ain't getting any Red Bull. Because you're a cheeky fucker. Honestly, I've never actually liked the taste of Red Bull personally.
Goodbye, Mr. Blight. Take care of yourself.
I wonder if that gave me anything new to talk to you about.
Good evening.
Evening, Dr. Reed.
Anything new? Yes.
Newton is conflicted about his feelings towards you. Would you like to talk about it, Oswald?
It makes me sad and angry.
No, I have
Feels
not,
like
Mr. Guard.
The beautiful thing we have is somehow tainted. It hurts to see him so lost.
His love for you is genuine. I'm certain he wasn't lying to me when he expressed his feelings for you.
Newton still has to accept it, knowing he'll be seen as a queer, a fairy, less than a man in those simple-minded bigots' eyes. Though he's more of a man than they'll ever be, so fuck them all.
Good man.
Goodbye, Mr. Thatcher. Try to take care of yourself.
It's Fruity.
I am not responsible for everybody bad days.
Okay, so up or down? Up would be the way to get there. Try not to get our asses murdered. No horrible things going bump in the night. There should be an alleyway that I can go through here. And down the long. Yeah, I know some place locked off. That's why I'm kind of just doing some of the side quests and seeing if I can find this place. Oh, bin. I'll go that way. Oh, my nibbly fingers. God damn it. Why do I have to constantly get everything? Thank you for pointing that out, Mr. God. They taste just like the normal, slightly smaller. Okay. Alright. Somewhere over there on the other side of this wall by the looks of it. Man needs to find a way around. Guess I go down that way and along in somehow. Just follow the building around till I find a way in, I suppose. Oh. Sorry. Yeah, I see lots of blood.
This is despicable.
Right.
I cannot enter.
Hello, sir. You're not looking. Or paying attention. Die. Ooh, handle parts. You're not working tomorrow? No, Friday I'm off. What, sorry? So yeah, I'll be doing Vampyr again tomorrow. Pretty sure that won the poll, basically. It's the only thing people voted for. Yeah? Uh-oh. You may have lost your... Yeah, because I was thinking some random time tonight after midnight, I will stream when my internet is most stable. Oh, fair enough. I don't mind sitting and watching.
It's one of them! Shit! You'll pay for that!
Give me blood. Why? What do you need? Now I've got to figure out what to play. That can always be the question sometimes. Not figure out how to get to it. Other questions I have. And that one. Where's this one located? Oh, I'm on the way to this one, so okay. I remember coming up in as like some really deadly skulls. Fucked my ass up last time. Come on, big bad. Ow. Come on. HG Griffin. Oh, that's that guy taking it. Order by Dr. Finish drinking for this is substances.
Opium is one of the main ingredients of Strickland's medication. Never a good move.
Naughty Strickland. Well, before I head back. Anything to loot around here? Like steel? Huh, I can teleport down to the docks there. Okay. Remember that. Boxes. Yeah. Door has been unlocked. Limehouse docks. Ooh. There's to be loot in here. Fillings. Bracelet. Ring. Cover letter. Need to go through my collectibles. Where is it all? A way to know which ones I've actually read. I just have to go through all of them to make sure I've actually read them to get whatever details out of them I need. Oh, give me another hint. Going about the searching.
I must look a fool. Heartens me to know you can...
Who is it, sir?
Good evening, sir.
Who the fuck are you? Don't you see I'm busy here?
Dr. Jonathan Reed, that's who I am. And who are you?
Ah, some fancy gentleman we've got here. Clear off. We don't want strangers on our streets.
So you won't tell me your name, then?
The name is Booth Digby. Maybe I'll ask my boys to break one or two of your bones, just so you remember it.
Are you some kind of vigilante patrolling these streets at night?
Something like that, but the police aren't in charge here. We are, see?
So, tell me about your gang, then.
What? Have you got a death wish? You really want me to answer that?
Well, yes. You seem so proud of your status. Why not tell me who you're working for?
Oi! I'm the boss, all right? The Wet Boot Boys work for me. All of them. Situation round here is better than other districts because of us. Because of me.
I'll give you a list of all the games, including one that is. Right, go on then.
So
How many
you're
different
a
games you got?
concerned criminal, is that it?
Using funny jokes about me and my boys, are you? Fuck. You must have some balls.
I saw many men like you during the war, Mr. Digby. Greedy little cockroaches who feed on despair.
I could kill you for saying that. But, nah. You've been a soldier. I can respect that.
What can you tell me about this part of town?
Things ain't that bad, thanks to us. We give people what they need, and we control this borough.
Well, you're not doing a very good job. People are still dying here like everywhere else.
Yeah, well, we can't be everywhere all the time. And Edwina says if we can find more guns, we could be more efficient.
More efficient? Really? You should probably tell Edwina that guns are useless against diseases and infections.
Incredible. You know what? You're lucky she can't hear you right now. She's more smart than patient. My sweet queen of the docks.
I know you're looking for an honest job, Booth. You're tired of this criminal life, aren't you?
It's just an idea. Edwina loves to run things so much. You can never really leave the gang. Wet boys for life, you know?
That's there, life in London, all done.
Goodbye, Mr. Digby.
Back here?
Perhaps we should have listened to what the idiot had to say first.
Good evening, miss. I'm Dr. Reed. May I ask you a few questions?
Who are you? What do you want?
As I just told you, I'm a doctor. From the Pembroke Hospital, actually.
The Pembroke Hospital, you say? I ain't paying any bill left by Clay.
I'm not here to collect payment, miss.
Miss Edwina Cox. So what do you want then? Fancy buying something from me, maybe?
Will you trade?
Can I see what you have to sell?
As long as you have money, I'll show you all I have.
Common trigger parts. Tiny common handle parts and common handle parts. Do need for upgrading, so we'll take those.
Good evening, Miss Cox.
Hello again, Dr. Reed. What do you want?
That's the questions.
Booth Digby looks at you with love-struck eyes. Tell me, Edwina, is the feeling mutual?
You have no idea how refreshing it can be for a woman to receive all the pleasure she needs. For once.
I'll take your word for it.
What is it, Doctor? A woman's not supposed to talk about these things.
I'd say probably play some Deep Rock Galactic.
Behind all your crude words and your attitude, I sense romance and a soft heart, Miss Cox.
Romance? I have no time for such rubbish. I use Booth like I use everyone else.
Hint failed. Whoops.
What can you tell me about this part of town?
You can't trust anyone around here. As soon as you lower your guard, you can be sure some arsehole will take advantage of you.
We know about her. Merchant. That in mind.
You sound like you're thinking of somebody in particular.
Take the gravediggers of Southwark. They must pay me every week, but it looks like they forgot who gave them permission to steal from the dead.
Looting corpses in a mass grave. That is a new low.
Whatever. Hey, since you're a doctor and all, maybe you can access that forbidden area and remind those bastards what they owe.
That was like a lot of fun.
Really? Don't you think that's a little bit excessive?
Bastards, all of them. This region only responds to violence and threats.
What can you tell me about your work?
I'm a businesswoman. I buy and sell things, and I send my wet boot boys after anyone who don't play nice with me.
Gang member and shopkeeper. Can't be easy running double shifts.
If you're interested, I may find use of a doctor who can freely walk across the city, you know.
You're quite blunt, aren't you?
I like people who know what they want and say what they think. This is a time of great opportunity for those ready to embrace their destiny.
I'm not interested in a career in the criminal underworld, Miss Cox.
Fair enough. Stay away from us then, if you don't want to get hurt or worse.
Since my return from the war, I don't feel that concerned by threats, knives, or even bullets, if you must know.
That's exactly what that stupid trade unionist claimed after he attacked one of us. Booth and I reminded him a bullet beats words every time.
Ah, now we know you're a murderer.
Tell me about the man you and Booth killed, Edwina.
The bastard killed one of us and received retribution. There's nothing else to say.
What happened exactly?
I don't know and I don't care. One of ours was killed by that communist bastard, but he didn't brag for long.
So you have no idea what really happened, but you executed him anyway.
No one messes with the wet boot boys, Doctor. This is our territory and this is our law.
And your conscience is clear. You kill without hesitation.
Violence is an efficient tool, Dr. Reed, when used properly.
So you decide who lives and who dies, just like that?
Yes, Doctor. Just like that. I'm not saying it's fair. I'm saying it's my way of dealing with troublemakers.
The game I'm playing? Make sure you spell it right. I say that because obviously it's not spelled the typical way, is it?
Goodbye, Miss Cox.
There are other people around here.
The sewer dog's fault, they say. Then the gangs, the epidemics, everyone's throwing the blame.
Perhaps we should have listened to what the idiot had to say first.
Let's go turn this in, I suppose. Go to bed if she keeps that up. Oh, okay. Oh, that's skull. Excuse me, good sir. I'm a little bit hungry. No, 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 no. And you did. Nom 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 nom. Ooh, box. Large knife, a large and beautiful knife.
This must be Clay Cox's knife. A fine blade. No wonder he wants it back.
Yeah. Needs another nappy change. He always needs nappy changes, I swear. Yeah, give me a second, I would give her the nappy change. Get back to the hospital. Die. Thank you for the loot. Whitechapel, I go through the gate and I'm back up at the hospital. Right. If I do... Did I do the right button? I did the right button. I'll be right back while I go change my daughter's nappy. Right, I'm back. Good sir, I believe you wanted a knife back.
Is this supposed to be an Hey, Doc.
I found your knife, mate.
I have found a gift from your wife.
In that case, you'll be properly rewarded, Doc. Clay Cox is a man of his word.
I hope that won't make me an accomplice to your future crimes.
Who knows what I might do now I feel invincible again.
Baby, chocolate finger. You're not supposed to deep throat it.
I'll leave you for now, Mr. Cox.
Is this supposed to be an hospital? A pigsty would smell better.
Oh, stop whinging. Crumbled leather. What?
Hey, Doc.
Huh? Oh, him.
What can you tell me about your marriage, Clay?
Marriage is the sweetest cage, they say. Well, I found myself locked in one with a wild animal.
You mean your wife keeps you on your toes?
No, I mean, we both have claws and we both love to bite.
Am I right to assume your wife's letter pissed you off, Clay?
I was so mad, I threw away the knife she got me when we got married.
Your wife gave you a knife as a wedding present.
That knife has always been my lucky charm. If I'd had it in my hand when I got stabbed on that pier, I'd not have been wounded.
A lucky charm? I never would have taken you as the superstitious type.
We all have our flaws, Doc. Mine's to have my weapon of choice for when the really dirty business comes around.
Oh, book title. Lucky Charm. That's Lucky Charms.
I'll leave you for now, Mr.
Lucky
Cox.
Charm, yeah.
When I get back, I'll have a word with Tom. He's really pissed me off this time.
Oh, right. Strickland, where are you?
It's safer here than anywhere else in the East.
Ackroyd. Other. There's Strickland.
Good evening, Dr. Strickland.
And good evening to you, Dr. Reed. Can I be of any help?
Found your stuff.
I located the shop, but it was vandalized, and the owner is missing. All I found was your order.
I was afraid of such bad news. People are so desperate they're ready to burgle a shop for drugs.
That's quite a list you ordered. Opium, sodium hypochlorite. It can't be just headaches you're trying to cure.
This dreadful influenza, of course. I already ran some tests on hopeless cases. Without success, I must admit.
Do you realize you could create a lethal poison without the correct dosage? Then there are the legal ramifications.
Is this not true of any medical substance, Dr. Reed? However, if you would agree to improve it, I'd be glad to accept your help.
As long as you promise to be scrupulous with your experiments, I may try to gather these substances, and even help improve upon the mixture.
That's all I'm asking for, Dr. Reed. That's all I'm asking.
I want to know about these secret tests you run, and if they can save people from this epidemic. Speak to me now, Thoreau.
I know I may sound presumptuous, but I'm just following your steps, Dr. Reed. I'm casting away the shadows of ignorance by daring to face them.
Self-confidence is essential in our line of work, my young colleague, but only if tempered with the correct amount of cynicism.
But you never doubt yourself, Dr. Reed. I've read all your articles and books. You performed the most daring research during the war.
No,
You have my support, Dr. Strickland. I know exactly what it feels like to battle an unknown disease with only your mind and force of will to help you.
Thank you, Dr. Reed. You don't know what that means to me.
Anything else? Not hints.
Goodbye, Dr. Strickland. I can't let Strickland put his patients at risk with opium. Perhaps an adjusted formula will deliver more of a placebo effect.
Okay, I gotta go to the medical desk. And I have a bunch of stuff on me. I don't know if I have the specific ingredients right now, but let's go have a look. Never hurts to check. Are they that red? Ooh, pink. You see what I mean though? They're really nice. Just like the packet ones, they're almost impossible to stop yourself once you start eating the bloody things. I've done it plenty of times, don't feel bad. They both do 75. That one's fast attack being that's odd for me. Right now I think I'll just stick with upgrading this. Nothing new to... Okay. And on that note, covering. Don't have a headache cure at this time, so let's go to Whitechapel, shall we? One year son cried. Is it? Here's what to do with the... I already know Albert. Why not? Somewhere that way. I might run into him while I'm over there. Oh. Eat that. Oh, there's something I haven't opened.
It's locked. It's all right.
Nurse Hawkins, do hint available. Or when I next see Hawkins, I have to have a word. Ah! Hawkins! Hawkins!
Good evening, Nurse Hawkins.
Good evening, Dr. Reed.
Last reading a while ago and you said the bone sword's really good throughout the game. Nice. I mean, I'm mostly using it because it's like the first weapon that you can stat to absorb blood, and I feel like just making a build that just eats blood so I can just cast abilities all day without having to stun people.
Pepper, are you sure you want to leave this hospital?
To become a nurse was a little girl's dream. But in the end, I don't feel that useful. I want more. I want to make things change.
You should be proud of what you've achieved. This hospital represents hope for many people in need of help.
Maybe you're right. But at the moment, I feel like we're just a cemetery waiting room.
Hint available.
What steps are you prepared to take to feel more useful?
I don't know yet. My sister believes that the real fight is in the streets nowadays. Maybe she's right. Maybe this is what I must do.
And what about Milton Hooks? Does he share your point of view?
For Milton, any change means more comfort and more peace. I disagree.
If you feel that saving lives is not useful enough, perhaps it means that you've lost faith.
On the contrary, my faith has never been stronger. Maybe we are all just too proud to face up to the fact that science cannot compete with God.
Interesting. Woman is losing it.
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins.
In the storage room I haven't opened. To the Queen. Codeine. Right. Time to head out. Why?
Time has lost its effect on me. The suffering continues.
Oh. Opium. Is that not one? I accidentally place a mark over. There we go. Alright. Hello. Know what you want. Excuse me. Turning my chair around. Help you. What do you want? Whitechapel, District State, serious. So I need to head up the main street this time. Yeah, head up the main street. Oh, come on then.
He's mine! Don't like that, do ya? Bloody crime!
Give me your blood. Bug off. Hate you guys. Oh, you roughly at the same place I am with your current one. I did not want to jump up here, game. I was actually looking at picking up a thing down there. Give me all the loot. Need all the loot. Alright. There's a little bits to explore around here. Look. Yeah, I've already been in the morgue and done that. I've got to get Mummy a drink. I can do that. In here? Anything? Not pour to be anything of value in here. I'll be right back while I get Sammy a drink. Control. One. Oh. Oh well, I got it right. Right. Oh, there's nothing in here. Vampire senses? No. So, straight on, I suppose. Oh. Loot. Let's loot all the trash cans. Up here. Yeah, this is the place to make stuff. I see human but no sound. You should have sound. It's moving. Free meal. Nom 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 nom. Oh, look, snacks.
I can't believe I'm doing this.
Look, I'm ridding London of its rat problem.
This is despicable. I have this thirst for blood.
Okay, that's weird. PlayStation having issues to run the game is not a good thing.
Bloody leeches every night. Aye. But the guards recruit more and more every year.
Okay, so straight on until.
When did you join the guard? 2 days ago. This is my first patrol.
Hello, sirs. I am a leech.
Best stay back, sir. Step away, sir.
Sir!
It's one
Sir!
of them.
Fuck you!
Christ! He's dead! He's too fucking fast!
Ow. Jesus, you have like really bad auto aiming. There you go. Oh wait, he's a named enemy. Game? What are you doing? This guy is very tanky. Shields up. Fuck you then. You like guns? Fuck you. Eat my claws. Thank you, bastard. Little loot around here. Trash can? Trash can. This appears to be the direction I'm supposed to be going. So, I'm going to just quickly have a look around here. When in doubt, always check everywhere else. You never know what you'll find. Oh. Like 5 shillings, excuse me. This is a shortcut?
It's locked. It's locked, all right.
Open that from the other side. Oh, this way we're going then.
Whitechapel. This neighborhood is linked somehow to the kind Lady Ashbury's blackmail. First, let's find this Petrescu fellow.
Alright, so somewhere over that way.
Fuck you all! Fuck it all! Stop it now, Albert, stop it!
I won't end up another drunk arsehole in the streets. Not me.
Oh, you're alive.
Are you all right?
The bastard hit the wall next to me. I don't even know if he meant to miss.
If you've been hurt, I can help you. I'm a doctor.
Name's Albert. Remember it. Now bugger off.
I found the recruiter you were expecting. He's dead, but he carried a note. The Wet Boot Boys have accepted your application.
I knew it! I told you I was tough enough. I'll be free soon.
This note was found on a dead man, Albert. If that doesn't change your mind, then you must be ready to face the risks.
You're all fancy words, none of which concern me. Go worry about someone else. I'm fine and I have a future here.
Okay.
Do you know Nurse Dorothy Crane from the Pembroke Hospital? If you know anything about her, I'd appreciate it.
Never heard of her. She's pretty, I'll keep an eye out.
Wait a minute.
Goodbye, young man.
Let me pause again because I actually need to go off and chat. Call of Cthulhu. Do Call of Cthulhu, my friend.
Boots will be proud of me.
How are you, boy?
I'm not your boy, all right? Now piss off.
What happened? Did you really steal that man's medication?
Hey, I didn't do anything. It ain't me.
Medication and drugs are a rare commodity in East London. So you picked an easy target, didn't you?
Sod off, mister. You ain't got no clue what's going on here. Bastard was a soldier in the war, so now he's got the right to shoot me.
It's true. I'm not familiar with this part of town. Perhaps you could help me.
I said sod off. Go find yourself another guide.
You're an asshole, aren't you?
Goodbye, young man.
I won't end up another...
Oh, wait a minute.
How are you, boy?
I'm not your boy, all right? Now piss off.
Do you need assistance?
Please. Feeling tired these days.
There you go. Let's hope nobody steals it.
I may have to watch it sometime.
Funny.
Goodbye, young man.
Me? I'll not die in some piss-stinking alley reeking worse than a week-old lavvy.
You've wasted your life away.
Sir, are you okay?
What? Shooting a boy in the middle of the street. Not the best thing to do, wouldn't you say?
What? You saw what happened? Who are you?
I'm Dr. Reed, and I'd like to ask you a few questions, if you promise me to set your gun aside.
No. Look, I'm not a violent man. I'm Benjamin Palmer, doctor. And no one can help me. Not even you.
You good? I need treatment for migraine for him. Excuse me.
What is it, Benjamin? It was the war, wasn't it? Your nerves are shot, aren't they? I need some answers, Private. From one soldier to another.
The doctors called me a liar. A coward. Put me in a straitjacket, locked me up. Finally, they sent me back to the front lines with a handful of tablets.
It's a pity that doctors still practice such barbaric methods. It's a dishonor to our profession.
Now only the pills stop me thinking about this shit. To not hear the explosions. I'm even scared of the dark these days.
I'm only avoiding the bed so I built up a decent amount of EXP. What was that, honey? Oh, did you?
Whatever the boy did, I'm sure he didn't deserve a public execution.
I swear I didn't want to hit him. It's just that I'm sick in the head, you see, and the boy he just frayed me last nerve.
Well, isn't it because if you, the longer you avoid the bed, the easier it is to control like the rampant diseases and that start popping up everywhere. You have to keep the districts under control, don't you? What? What, it broke?
That
Perhaps you could focus for a moment and tell me your troubles.
I'm sick, broke, and my son just stole my pills. Everything's coming up roses.
No, he's got really bad nerves. He's a war veteran.
What can you tell
Shell
me
shock,
about
probably.
this place?
Nothing to say, really. This is where I used to live, and this is where I live now.
Well, this is set in World War One.
You mean you used to have a better life?
Yeah, I had a wife, a home, and a job. I even used to have a name. And now I'm just Ben. Ben the Trap.
You don't have anywhere to go? No family that would welcome you?
Not since the death of my wife. Albert's mother. She was sick, you see. Long before the flu and all this shit.
Well, I typically only sleep, Mr. Guard, if I've got shit tons of EXP to spend, basically. They feel like I can't go any further without spending some of it. I know that if you finish the main quests, then sleep, it progresses to the next act and everything gets harder, because stuff's supposed to get stronger as time goes on.
Do you know Nurse Dorothy Crane from the Pembroke Hospital? Have you heard anything?
It's funny, I've been searching for her too. I need some pills. But the woman is a phantom, if you ask me.
Really? And why is that?
Word is she ain't real. It's just a cover for some doctor who runs an illegal dispensary for migrants.
A gun, alcohol, and a bad temper make a terrible cocktail, sir. Goodbye for now.
I'm not expecting to get the game perfect first time, but I'll make a damn good try of like being decent at it. Drop down there and go that way. Like it. Snacks! Come here, Snacky! Snacky!
This is despicable.
Come here, Snacky.
I can't believe I'm doing this.
Went round this way? I see a body. Unlootable. Ooh. Lots of loot. Might be. Yami does sometimes sit and lurk and watch me.
It's locked.
And I do believe Yami quite likes this game, if I remember correctly. Bobs. Ooh, posh bitch. What was that, honey?
When science fails you, this elixir will give you faith again.
Oh god, if I was allowed to kill people, you would get bit instantly. Fuck getting your XP up.
Good evening, sir. Are you interested in a miraculous cure for this unknown and deadly epidemic?
Actually, I am.
Then you have come to the right place. The famous Swanborough cordial is all you need to help keep you in perfect health.
Oh, really? Why didn't I hear about it during my studies? I'm Jonathan Reed, by the way. Dr. Jonathan Reed.
Ah, my brother has spoken of your research, sir. I'm Loretta Swanborough, and it's always a pleasure to meet a fellow healer.
Well, first of all, what you got for a shop?
I'd like to see what kind of medicine you're selling.
Because shops are always useful. So you sell medical stuff.
My dear colleague.
Do you know Nurse Dorothy Crane from the Pembroke Hospital? I'd like to know more about her.
I don't like to talk about competition.
Competition, you say?
Never met her, but it seems she provides some sort of medical care to the poor. The whole thing has to be some sort of scam, if you ask me.
Tell me, who intrigues you most in Whitechapel?
The region itself is something to see, but I would say Camellia the mute florist who gives away her flowers.
You're doing good, you're doing good.
Is there anyone I should avoid?
Cadogan Bates, without a doubt. The bloody bastard remorselessly exploits poor migrants as soon as they get here.
What do you think of the locals?
Most of them are afraid or desperate. They all come to me eventually for my remedy.
Personal questions, no hints required. Right.
Goodbye, Miss Swanborough. Perhaps we'll talk again.
And yeah, shops get to live. They have a
When
usefulness.
science fails you, this elixir will give you faith again.
Drugs from the sick and suffering.
Its effectiveness has been proven by many.
Oh, that's you.
Even the flu is no match for the Swanborough cordial. As long as you have the money.
No, not that way. Hello, Mr.
It's time to see if
Fancy.
Miss Christina is still working nearby.
Good evening, sir. Do you remember me?
If you're here for a reward, you'll be sorely disappointed. But I'll gladly shake the hand of a fellow countryman.
I'm not here for a bounty. I'm a doctor. Dr. Reed from the Pembroke.
A doctor? In Whitechapel? What an opportunity. My name's Bates. Cadogan Bates.
Do you require assistance, Mr. Bates?
Not me, but your skills could help a lot of people round here. That would help my business, because I say a live tenant's a paying tenant.
Well, he has a brain. I'll give him that. You have a cold.
Since I took an oath to help people, can I be of assistance?
Well, seen better days, that's for sure. But it was bound to happen with all these refugees about.
He's racist, and I want to snap his neck.
Contacting you is probably the last thing on these people's minds. Take this, in any case.
What? You give me this for free? Don't have a clue about this place, do you?
I do. I need you alive.
I'm looking for Dorothy Crane. She's a nurse. What can you tell me about her?
Dorothy Crane, bless her soul. I really should thank her someday.
She treated you?
Has she treated you?
No. When I need a checkup, I'd go to a bloody doctor, not some back alley clinic full of sick foreigners.
Ah.
I want to know everything about the recent violence, Cadogan. And I want the truth.
Well, rent may be a bit high, and yeah, I've had to evict a few people. But that's business, isn't it?
If you don't deserve such a cruel fate, I wish I'd only found you later. Figured that, but I'm not a trophy hunter. I wouldn't mind at some point just doing a playthrough where you murder everyone just for the fun of it.
I don't believe even you deserve such a cruel fate, though you have tested my patience beyond its limit.
Glad to hear. Nice to know there's another civilized individual in these parts. Not like those bloody savages.
You seem to have recovered well since your attack. Do you ever think about what happened to you?
Not much. It was a fucking nightmare. Savages, absolute bloody savages. Their appearance. Jesus. It made me want to puke.
You'd better not come back here. I won't be around next time to save you. What is your business exactly?
I offer fair lodgings for a modest price to the poor and weary of Whitechapel.
I see. And what about those who cannot pay?
Well, deals can be done, if you know what I mean. Money's not the only currency. After all, I'm not immune to a pretty face.
Not at his neck.
In other words, you take advantage of these poor lost souls.
Begging your pardon, I thought you was a man who could appreciate the complexity of the modern world. Things ain't just black and white, you know.
Tell me, what's your honest opinion of the increasing violence in London?
People are just beginning to discover what we've always known. This city's rotten to the core. They just took their bloody time to wake up and notice it.
What do you mean?
People are acting like the violence is news. But it's always been savage down here. It just bubbles to the surface every now and again.
Probably true in those times.
What help could I possibly be to your business?
That's simple. I already get good money from all those fleeing the war. Can you imagine what they'd be willing to pay if I could offer medical assistance too?
Mr. Bates, do not make me regret saving your life in this quarantine zone.
I understand, Dr. Reed, you're from a good family. Don't want to get your hands dirty. That's fine. I'll be happy to act as your middleman.
I don't want such dubious associates.
If I were entering into the world of street medicine, it would be on my terms and without such dubious associates as yourself, Mr. Bates.
So it's a no, then. That's too bad. The Reed tonic could have really helped people, you know, saved lives. Isn't that what you do? I mean, people buy that Swamber's shit.
It's unusual to see someone so happy around here, especially considering the current situation.
Why should I be sad now? There've always been wars, disease, tragedy. There always will be.
That's an unusual way of seeing things in these trying times.
I don't see why I should shed a tear for another man's woes. I'm healthy, and I intend to stay so.
I'm looking for
Dorothy Crane.
Tell me truthfully, why are you so thankful?
By keeping my tenants alive, she's making me a rich man. Every month they live, it's more coin in my pocket.
Yes. Oh.
Goodbye, Mr. Bates.
Sorry? I'm supposed to go in here?
What do you want? Leave me alone.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. I'm looking for Nurse Dorothy Crane.
There is no Dorothy Crane here. Now, goodbye.
I'm afraid this medical leaflet says the opposite, sir.
Really? Well, I'm afraid I'm going to close this door right now. Go bother someone else, Mr. Doctor.
To enter that house, I must discover who this man really is. Maybe I could start by observing what he's up to.
A strange man was at the door with a pass for our medical facility. I refused him entry.
Darius, how could you know he didn't need our help?
His clothes were too finely tailored to be from Whitechapel.
Perhaps just a friend of that stray poet who is always about.
Richard Nithercott? No, not of the same cloth, this man. I suspect some machination from that journalist.
Clayton Darby. Is he still asking questions?
Yes. I saw him drifting around St. Mary's Church. I swear he is tracking me just downwind.
I must talk to that journalist or the poet. They must know about Darius.
So I
Nearby
took
the church they just mentioned.
I took the claws and then I boosted most of like my stamina, my health, my blood pool overall. Actually, something that like I wish was kind of different about the game is the ability to see, you know, like what you've actually put stuff into. So I've got body condition, level 1, Level 3 physical prowess. Bug capacity, big first, fast generation. Level 2 claws.
Maybe it's time to see if Christina is still working nearby. Who distributes flowers at this hour?
Cheap price, good quality. Come on, take a look. Don't be afraid.
Hey, my friend.
Welcome, sir. Please, take a browse of my wares.
I am Dr. Reed. I would like to ask you a few questions, if you don't mind.
Doctor? Interesting. I'm Barrett Lewis. Usually I don't have time to waste with talk, but at this hour of the night I can hardly refuse.
Well, first of all, what do you have to trade, good sir?
Right then. Show me what you have.
How much money do I have? I can only buy one of those right now. I have stuff I can sell. Yeah. I need that.
Fancy buying some?
You never...
Right.
Have you heard of a nurse called Dorothy Crane?
Nurse Crane? So the bitch really is a nurse then? Always thought she was just some crafty foreigner, that one.
Sure, blame the migrants. She's trying to help. She's an excellent nurse.
Yes, she's a nurse, and quite a good one. What did she do to gain such notoriety?
Dorothy Crane ain't even a real name. Something like Dorothea Craniu. Something like that. Came to England fleeing the war, I was told.
That doesn't explain why she irritates you so much.
Your precious Nurse Crane gives away medical supplies and prescriptions for free. I offered to sell it for a fair cut, but no. Miss Crane wanted to play the quiet saint.
She's being a decent person and helping people. What do you expect? Kind of what nurses do, you asshole.
How is business around here?
Business? I have no business. Between this racket, theft, and customers getting scared, I'm losing money every day.
I see. Sounds like you blame someone in particular for your situation.
It's no secret Joe Peterson spends his time harassing merchants. But with me, he's trying to put me out of business once and for all.
As a merchant, you see Whitechapel every day. Have you noticed anything out of the ordinary recently?
Well, you mean besides the epidemic, the war, and all the usual crap? As long as I can remember, this part of town has been a bottomless pit, and no sign of the bottom yet.
Hello. Have everyone on chat.
Violence is increasing in the borough.
Yeah. A few nights ago, some blokes jumped me. Came out of one of the condemned workshops. Fever, madness, something like that.
Where did this happen? Why did you go there?
In the closed workshops nearby. I worked there as an apprentice in better days. Now I only go to find trinkets or tools. Too bad I was mugged, though. There was good money in that little box of loot I lost.
Ooh.
Have you been hurt?
No, but that's only because I ran like hell. Those men were raving lunatics, I tell you. Not even able to speak anymore, just screaming.
Mate, you got out of there pretty sharpish. Otherwise you would have been dinner.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Lewis. Excuse me, sir. I have a few questions for you.
Another journalist? I didn't answer the first one, so piss off!
I'm not a journalist, I'm a doctor.
A doctor, you say? It's quite a rare breed in this part of town.
Really? But still, here I am. Dr. Jonathan Reed, at your service.
I'm Joe Peterson to some, but Colossus Joe to most. And I don't remember asking for your service, sir.
Oh, you're a good elf.
Have you heard of a nurse named Dorothy Crane? She's a colleague of mine and is supposed to live around here.
Dorothy Crane? Yeah, I know her.
One of the few good souls who dare to help the sick around here.
Could you please tell me more about her?
She's a nice girl. Tries to help the migrants. I offered to give her a hand, but she said my reputation would attract too much attention.
Yeah, I can do, honey. What crisps? Huh?
May I ask what you do
Not
around
here.
here?
I do whatever I want, and sometimes even more. Now sod off.
How did you become the local bully everyone is afraid of, Joe?
There's no pride in roughing up poor bastards. But this is the only job I found. And it pays well, too.
A job? So you're racketeering for someone else?
I got enlisted by the Wet Boot Boys, a gang from the docks. I'm their muscle for their dirty work.
You survive at any cost, even at the expense of others. Perhaps that's just the law of nature.
I don't care what you think, sir. I do what I have to do for my own reasons, and that's that.
I'm not sure Mr. Lewis would agree with your by all means necessary philosophy, sir.
Oh, do you really think he's the poor victim here? Barrett can be as sneaky as anyone. Long ago, I even called the bastard my best friend.
Interesting. Black doctors.
According to you, physicians are scarce in this part of town. Why is that?
Not familiar with this neighborhood, are you? I guess your fancy colleagues are too afraid of being stabbed in the back.
This part of town does have quite a reputation. Would you say it's justified?
Totally. Look at me, for instance. I always look my opponent in the eye before knocking him out.
Is that everything I can do for you? Out. Yep.
Goodbye, Mr. Peterson.
Alright, be right back, guys. Just gonna go get Sammy some crisps. Be back. Over the little one. Fine, yeah.
Into the car.
Ugh. Right. I can go in here. Hello?
Hello, young man. I'm Dr. Reed, and I would like to ask you a few questions. May I enter, please?
Sorry, no, sir. My father does not like people entering our house, you see.
Your
Let me
father
in.
is worried about you, boy. He asked me to look for you.
So my father actually worries about me then? Okay then. Come on in. I'm Harry, by the way. Is there only pain and suffering in this world?
So, may I ask you a few questions?
I'm not bothered. What could be worse?
Your father and Mr. Lewis used to be good friends. What happened, Harry?
I was young then. I don't remember Mr. Lewis ever coming back again after my mother died. Or was it after my father started bullying him? I don't know.
But you are not responsible for your father's actions.
Am I not? Dad always says that he joined that gang for my safety. So if I wasn't born, people wouldn't be worrying about Colossus Joe.
He probably more cares about putting food on the table for you, mate.
Have you tried speaking to Mr. Lewis about it?
I don't go out often, but yes. And he scolded me and told me to leave him alone. I guess my father frightens him too much.
Forgive my bluntness, young man, but you don't seem happy living in Whitechapel.
Why should I? I never wanted to come here in the first place. It was my father's decision. And look around you. Does this look like a nice place to live?
I'm sure your father did his best when he found this house. Times are tough for everyone, young man.
That's exactly what my father says. Harry, you should be grateful for what you've got. But I wasn't even consulted when we moved here.
If life here is so terrible for you, why don't you just leave this place? Have you ever spoken to your father about it?
I don't go outside. It terrifies me so. I went outside once without my father noticing and I saw terrible things. Bloody and frightening things.
So that's why you stay at home all day? For fear of the epidemic?
I'm not afraid of disease or death, Dr. Reed. It's the living I'm afraid of.
Do you need any medical help, young man?
Yes, I do. I feel so tired. I don't know if it's the epidemic, but everything seems so hard.
Okay, I have to pick up some more fatigue.
I will see you. Do you know Nurse Dorothy Crane from the Pembroke Hospital? I'd like to know more about her.
Yes, I know her. She came here to examine me when I was very sick. She said I should go out more.
Good. Need fresh air.
How do you feel?
I'm fine. I mean, it's not easy every day, but I'm fine. I'm just tired of being sick all the time. If only I could be tough like... Well, you know.
Speaking of which, what can you tell me about your father?
My father is an idiot who makes idiot things. That's all I have to say.
Ouch. Anything else? Not by the looks of it.
Goodbye, young man. Take care of yourself.
Don't mind, I'm just
There's
gonna
only pain and suffering in this world.
thief from you now. I am an asshole and you have lots of stuff.
It's locked.
Looks like his ties to criminal networks have fucked him over. Even though I'm
pain and suffering in this world.
you know, I would just like to say that
There only pain and suffering.
he probably does very good things.
Cheap price, good quality. Come on, take a look. Don't be afraid. Cheap price, good quality. Come on, take a look. Don't be afraid.
I suspect they would rather not be disturbed for now.
I should never have taken up my father's business.
Sorry? What?
So you only hurt people because you care about me? Is that it?
Don't be such a brat. I do what I must to provide us with food and medicine, that's all.
Mum would never have let you bully an old friend like Mr. Lewis. Shame on you.
Harry, I'm your father and I love you. But don't you ever speak to me like that again.
What? You're gonna beat me too?
Jesus. Give me patience.
Oh!
I cannot enter.
Damn it.
I will return at a more convenient time.
Who are you?
Don't be shy, handsome. What can Christina do for you?
I'm not looking for what you're selling. But I'd like to ask you a few questions, if I may. I'm a doctor. Dr. Reed.
All right then, but be quick. Though I usually get paid when I open my mouth.
Fatigue. I got a lot of healing to do around here.
Do you know Nurse Dorothy Crane from the Pembroke Hospital? Anything you can tell me about her would be helpful.
I don't know her, but I know her name is Dorothea Crăciunescu. She came from Romania like me and many others.
You seem to respect her.
Dorothea helps the sick people of Whitechapel. Everyone should respect that.
Christina, have you been examined? The epidemic is spreading fast in London, and you could be exposed. Or expose others.
I don't like doctors or hospitals, but I don't like you asking questions.
Considering your line of work, I assure you it is only a matter of time before you have health issues.
If it is going to happen, it will happen. Right now, I need money. That's what's important.
You can put your own life in danger, that's your decision. But what about your clients? If you're contaminated, you will put them in danger too.
And you think that would worry me? If you knew the men I deal with, their health would not be what you'd worry about.
Yeah.
Tell me about yourself.
Are you joking with me? People don't usually come to see me for conversation.
I have no interest in your work. I am, however, curious as to what led you into this career.
Short story. The war, exile, and England. This country is not especially welcoming. I've been refused many jobs because of where I am from. I had few options left.
I always thought I was the master of my own fate. But now I know we don't always have control over our lives. I don't judge you.
You know, this money is not only for me. I have good reasons to need this money quickly. But it is not your concern, Doctor.
Interesting. Is that everything? Yep.
Goodbye, miss. Take care of yourself as best you can.
Eeg. He's back outside so at some point.
Excuse me, sir. Are you familiar with this part of town? Name's Clayton Darby, reporter.
Sorry, I'm new to Whitechapel. But perhaps you could help me since you're a journalist. My name is Jonathan Reed.
Dr. Reed, the famous surgeon. I'll gladly help if I'm able, sir.
I heard you're investigating an underground medical dispensary in Whitechapel. What do you know about it?
Not much, I'm afraid. They are wary of strangers, and I'm not really an acquaintance of theirs. Why do you care?
They're nice.
I'm a doctor, Mr. Darby. I care about everything involving public health and this epidemic.
Are you sure you're not just concerned about the repercussions that a scandal involving a certain Nurse Crane from the Pembroke Hospital would bring?
Without a doubt, you are a damn fine journalist, Mr. Darby. What do you know of her accomplice?
Mr. Underscore Guy 12 says, "Feed me tentacle, daddy, I'm
He's
hungry."
very cautious. Never goes out. Doesn't seem to have any friends or family.
Isn't God? You bought food and you ate it, you fat pig.
He never goes out?
No. A few days ago, he unexpectedly did. I followed him, but it was just a ruse to keep me away from his house.
Really? How do you know?
He went to the nearest mailbox, but just before posting his letter, he ripped it up and threw it away.
He has no relatives at all?
No. Except for that strange man, a poet named Richard Nethercott, who sometimes comes by.
Yeah, that made me laugh my ass off.
Never let him in.
Where can I find this Mr. Nethercott?
He spends most of his time lurking around Whitechapel, talking to himself or declaring verses. These days, you can usually find him behind the church.
Why are the newspapers keeping silent about the Spanish influenza? It's as though none of you care.
There's a war going on. People shouldn't be demoralized by news of deadly diseases.
I served in France. Our top priority must be to put an end to this butchery. This war must stop now.
Sir, streets are a battlefield too. An invisible and untold war is going on, and it must be stopped.
Man.
Christina Popper claims she sells her body because she can't find any other work. Do you believe her?
Of course I do. Her story is exactly what I want my readers to understand. We live in an intolerant and divided nation.
Do you think things will ever change, Mr. Darby?
I believe the situation can only improve. And now that women can vote, I'm convinced things will change.
What is a journalist doing in this borough after sunset?
He goes where none of his colleagues would dare to go, to inform the country.
So you risk your life to reveal the truth. I saw many reporters do the same during the war.
Whitechapel is the crucible of so many untold stories and tragedies. I want people to know them.
That's quite honorable of you. But is the public interested?
Not at all, sir. And that's why I'm an independent journalist, hoping to sell some stories.
Well, at least he's honest.
Have you any idea of the danger you face in these streets at night?
I've had to run and hide more than once from frenzied mobs incensed by the fever. Do you think the flu is really responsible for this, Doctor?
My rationalism has recently shaken. Not simply,
I'm convinced there is more at work here than a simple epidemic.
Really? To be honest, I could say the same. Some of the sick I saw or heard of. My God, what happened to them?
Personal questions. None available at this time.
Goodbye, Mr. Darby. Farewell.
Crazy preacher.
Good evening, Doctor. Can I help you?
And not you, not you.
Goodbye, Mr. Darby. Farewell.
I wish to speak to this crazy preacher here.
Forgive my interruption.
Do not apologize, my son. Father Tobias Whitaker is always happy to teach mortals about the incoming Armageddon.
I am Dr. Jonathan Reed, and I just have a few questions.
A scientist? You are much more lost than I thought, my son.
Do you know Nurse Dorothy Crane from the Pembroke Hospital? I'd like to know more about her.
I don't like the liberal ideas of nurses, but I especially abhor that Nurse Crane you mentioned.
So, you're not exactly a fan of Florence Nightingale's work. But nurses are essential for modern healthcare.
Nuns should be the only women allowed to take care of male patients. It's obvious only they have the necessary moral fiber.
Ah, one of those guys.
Why do you hate Nurse Crane more than other nurses?
Before coming to London, she was a member of the communist resistance in her country. That's what happens when you let a woman get involved in politics.
Wait, this guy's a communist. I want to definitely blow his brains out.
What do you mean when you say that I am more lost than you thought?
All scientists are entangled in a world of causes and consequences. And most of them can't see the plain truth.
Quite a judgmental opinion, if you ask me. But what do I know? Blinded by science as I am.
But you are seeking answers, aren't you? Answers about the Armageddon about to strike the city. Answers about the hidden truth.
I'm listening.
Well, I suppose I can spare a few minutes listening to your so-called truth.
As a doctor, you must be aware of the decimating epidemic. But let me tell you that this so-called Spanish flu is just the beginning of the end.
What do you mean?
The beast is finally revealing itself, corrupting the flesh and the heart of men. With my own eyes I have seen them, those minions from the abyss.
Really? And what would be your answer to this biblical threat?
We must fight the disease before this legion outnumbers us. But not with scalpels and microscopes. No.
What is left then?
Cleansing fire.
Tell me, Tobias, what exactly is your plan concerning the cleansing of this city?
God will recognize his own. More than once this city has risen from the ashes, hardened and purified by the flames.
Fire is just the instinctive answer of a caveman facing something he does not understand. This is the 20th century.
Your lack of faith is predictable. But my task is to convince rational minds like yours to see the light. This is God's will.
You're mad and dangerous. You're nothing but a soulless butcher. A small-time Torquemada. The Savonarola of Whitechapel.
My son, if you think salvation is a free gift, go listen to the lies of that pompous fool, Joseph.
Joseph, a fool?
Vicar Larrabee of St. Mary's Church. While he continues preaching his fraudulent redemption, more and more people die in the streets.
What do you mean when
also
quite a...
you...
I am. But the answers I seek are based on facts, not superstition. Have you any friends? Any family left in these terrible times?
No. But I have a disciple I see as my son. He is so devoted. I send him to preach the good word in the heart of this corrupted city.
Where did you send him?
I sent Samuel to the Stonebridge Cemetery, where the pestilence and evil grows night after night.
You sent him on some preaching crusade during the epidemic.
As a true believer, Samuel will fear no evil while he walks through the valley of the shadow of death.
That line gets used in so many things.
I have heard enough for tonight. Goodbye.
You look so pale, Larry. Would you like me to...
Anything just laying about like Nick? Okay, so around the back essentially. Feed me. Feed me. Trick case. Quarantine. Oh, dustbin. Diddler plates. Don't do that, Violet. Not tip this over my computer. Right, be right back while I go into my daughter's yeah. Alright, I am back. Would be that one, yes. Right. Made myself a mocker while I was at it. That is good shit. Oh, one person's like in here. But what is along the outside? Some alcohol and some screws. Hello, Mr. Preaching to Dead. Thank you for the hug, honey.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed.
Oh, God.
I would like to ask you a few questions.
Please be my guest. Although I may not be the best informant regarding this part of town, my words speak about that which the eyes cannot see.
Really? Are you an artist of some kind?
I'm a poet, sir. Richard Nethercott, at your service.
Nethercott? Now that's an interesting name.
May I ask you a few questions about the district?
Extraordinary part of town, is it not? I'll be glad to help you, if I can.
I'm looking for Dorothy Crane, a nurse who lives in this vicinity.
Dorothy Crane. Oh, I love the name. The Crane of Whitechapel. Sounds very mysterious. But, sorry, no, never heard of her.
Darius?
What can you tell me about an old man called Darius?
Darius Petrescu. Yes, I know him. At first, I thought he was only a small publisher. I invited him to publish my work, but his reaction was pretty clear.
Not interested in your talent?
Darius is an old political activist who takes delight in printing tracts and lampoons. Those communist activities only require mediocre writing skills.
Oh, God. Here we go with the communist stuff again.
Are you aware that your life could be in danger in this part of town?
But this is where I must be to feel the real beat of the city. I had to come, see it for myself, alone.
I understand your need for solitude, but it's not safe around here.
I don't care. I don't have many friends, Doctor, and my family despises me.
Typical poet, then. You do anything? Cold. Jesus Christ, everyone needs treatment.
If some misfortune came upon you, who would be here to help you?
Well, you, for a start, my dear Doctor.
Fucking everyone needs treatment in this district, don't they?
May I ask what you're doing at this hour of night, sir? Do you live here?
Not at all. I'm just enjoying the pleasure of a quiet walk. Though night talks are always preferable, if you ask me. Especially with strangers.
But are you not afraid of the epidemic?
Oh, why should I? I see some equity in the Spanish flu. No flesh should be saved, say the scriptures. Good or evil, rich or poor, all are equal in the eyes of the flu.
I like that. All are equal in the eyes of the flu.
If you say so. But as a physician in a time of epidemic, I must caution you to avoid unnecessary exposure, sir.
Thank you, Doctor. But we both know the seeker of truth has to go boldly where the weak dare not.
Situation in
What are your
London.
thoughts on the terrible situation in this city?
Terrible, you say? No. Of course, the death of so many innocents is a tragedy. But the scourge has not been all bad for the city. Oh, no, sir.
What are you talking about?
Do you remember London before the flu? Noisy, cacophonic, quiet nowhere to be found. And now, listen to this oddly peaceful silence.
No, him saying that's just made me realise something. Every pandemic, including COVID, what do they all have in common? At some point, everyone has to hide, and there is nothing but relaxing, quiet, and silence.
Peaceful? That's quite an unusual way to speak about the epidemic. And very inappropriate, I must say.
Most people fail to understand my perspective. I don't blame them. But how could I call myself a poet if I veiled my feelings?
Tell me, Mr. Nethercott, why seek inspiration in Whitechapel?
The place is not beautiful per se, but how to explain it? Stirring and challenging.
You not think it's a little morbid?
Do you not think it a little morbid?
On the contrary, sir. Whitechapel is full of life, full of beauty. Just like my dear muse, the wonderful Camellia.
What can you tell me about Camellia?
Not much, and that's the beauty of it. She can't speak, you know. She's a locked mystery who exhales kindness and sweetness.
You hear back Camellia?
Perhaps you're just afraid to find out the truth about your muse.
One day, perhaps, I'll ask her to come with me. But will she still be my wild flower of Whitechapel if she moves uptown?
And have you ever tried to learn more about her? Where she lives? How she survives? Whom she may know?
Maybe I prefer she remains an enigma. Reality can be so dull, don't you think?
In what way, exactly?
The struggle by gaslight, the barren smiles and the arid hunger under the rain.
If you say so.
Such vibrant antagonism and vivid paradox. The stripped humanity raged across each street.
Vivid, of course, yes. And what about the poignant distress?
Oh yes, the poignant distress. You see what I mean, don't you? That's what I want to write about, and that's what Whitechapel is made of.
Right. I think that's everything. Cuckoo,
I'll leave you alone, sir.
Now I see loot. Editor's refusal.
Made flesh, I tell you. Some of us come to...
Right, now I know I have some investigations. Where are they? Why? What were you gonna ask? Oh. I suppose, but if I find Samuel for him. This would be Carmela, I take it.
The content of Darius' letter to his children could give me more leverage to enter. Darius is a bit less of... Good evening, miss. I'm Dr. Reed. I'd like to ask you a few questions. I know what you're thinking. A tall stranger who meets a girl in the street at night. It reeks of the penny dreadfuls. But I mean you no harm, truly. Melia, I know you work for Dorothy Crane. Please tell me about her secret dispensary. A stubborn and mute comrade. Nurse Crane and Darius Petrescu have been clever. Tell me about Richard Nethercote. I understand he is quite fond of you, Camellia. I know you understand what I'm saying. Your silence has nothing to do with you being mute, does it? Very well. Goodbye then.
Alright, where is this numpsky? Also, I need to actually find a... need to go to one of my hideouts and actually pick some fuels. People be in need. Okay, so that's where the cemetery and that is. Go through the back way over here. Right, come on then. Let's dance, boy.
Steady, boys! Roll back to the hell that barred you! Slice at him!
Christ, he's dead!
That priest I'm fighting.
I ought you to step back!
I dream about son. The fuck?
Away with you!
Okay, so how do I stop that?
The power of the Lord commands you!
I just unlock? I'm unlock.
Stop Vampyr!
Yeah, you have to be really far away to dodge that.
Back, demon! Back!
Oh, down, you bloody
This
priest.
man stunned me with his faith. His crucifix. This is not good news.
Oh, that was a bit of a tough fight. Yeah, she's cute. Yeah. Effective, but the eyes far apart, or is it? Right. Well, silly priest man is dead. That's quite a difficult fight, I will say that. Much. Said much. Got like lag spikes. Open to my game, not you. What is with that weird camera spaz when you look around? Game is having trouble. Okay, now I've got you to deal with. Where'd you fucking come from? Game. Game! Seriously, stop fucking lagging. Oh, here we go. Unlock and let me run. That was annoying. All of them. Don't appreciate the game just absolutely tanking its shits there for no reason. Right. Now, what's actually around here? That leads. Okay, that leads out that way. Oh, a dead body. Some watery blood samples. See anything up here? Door there. Anyone alive?
Hello, sir. Sorry to disturb you at this hour. I'm a doctor inquiring about the epidemic. May I come in?
A doctor, you say? No, thank you.
Mesmer level 3 required. Okay.
All right. I shan't insist. Goodbye for now, sir.
Note to self, if I get Mesmer upgraded, come over here. Well, no, there doesn't seem to be anything else in here. Apart from what I would classify as a very asinine fight, because freaking frame drop there. Oh, this is a cemetery. And we appear to still have some blood. Box of pills. Oh, new hideout. Excellent. I have 5 of those on me at once. Got plenty of materials to make a couple of those. I can do fatigue, anemia, sepsis, cold, and bronchitis. Can you, like, not give it to Mummy for a change? Be right back while I go over to your potty again. Huh? Okay, now Mommy's doing this. Don't take this wrong, but it's his. It's who the responsible one is. So I need to unlock the other cures, first of all. Sure, come with us. Out of curiosity, do I have anything to upgrade these? I can make this level 3. And if I want more blood... Excellent, now it's all 5 blood points to that. So good handle parts would be the next thing I need to keep out for, some 2 handle parts. Are you serious, Violet? Oh, there's nothing in there, put that back. I can upgrade this as well. There really isn't. There's literally like a drizzle in there. Okay, so Legion Knife now needs tiny good handle parts. And you need good handle parts. Okay. There anything else in here? I can jump out here if I want to. How many bullets do I have? Where's my chest? That's what. Where's the ammo chest located in here? Or is there not one in here? I know there's not always one in. In that case, can we switch this out for the... I think I have plenty of pistol bullets. Do I happen to have parts on me to actually upgrade this? Yeah, I do. Damage dealt or decrease reload time. I mean, I know this deals stun, but I care more about the damage. I feel like I care about the reload of this. I feel like I'll be spamming more than anything. I'll more use the fact if it does stun them just to literally block. Typically carry the pistol, pull the shotgun out of the pistol and that for the times of, oh shit. Oh, Ratty, nom snack, get back here. No.
This is despicable.
Oh, you! Stop there! He's mine! I'll take it! Fuck! He's dead!
Oh, I thought that killed him. That did though. Now, the cemetery. Spooky, scary skeletons.
I have this.
Feels like it might
thirst for blood.
Got it.
I can't believe I'm doing this.
Somebody's in distress. Oh, I think I need to do that jump point down up over there. Oh, there's a body here. I will take these ratties.
This is despicable.
He apparently appears to be ignoring you. Oh, hello. Done that. Done that. Need blood. Need blood. Die. Woo! That was a little. And that is why I should choose the gun. Oh, lots of stuff. Didn't mean to jump up there. Pick the worst times to actually talk to me, you know that. Wait a minute. What you were saying? Ah. Going. No, because you're holding it out to give it to me, and I'm trying to take it, and then you're putting it back.
Somebody help! What do you want? Somebody help! Who are you? What do you want? Somebody help! Who are you? What do you want?
What I want is I'm trying to save your ass. If you shush for a second, let me fight. You okay, lady?
Are you all right, miss?
I don't know. Who were those people? They wanted to kill me. Why?
They've lost their minds in the epidemic. They won't come back for now.
You seem to know a lot about them, sir.
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. I'm investigating this disease.
I am Xiaoxun. Thank you so much for helping me, Mr. Reed. I must go to the cemetery now. Goodbye.
You good? You're good. Goodbye, lady. Jesus, this place is racked in blood.
Carnage. Is Father Whitaker's disciple among the bodies, I wonder? This man's far too old to be Samuel. No. By the look of his clothes, this man's a docker. Samuel isn't here. I had better follow the blood trail.
Anything I can grab here? No? Yeah, there's a lot of... Oh, there we go.
It's locked, all right.
Right, so out the window, so I need to go out and around. Blood trail goes this way. Down here. Hmm? Come on. You die. How'd you get drunk on one glass of wine unless you're very, very weak? Yeah, unless you're very, very weak.
As I feared. Samuel no longer preaches the good word.
Seafood. Oh shit. Samuel hits like a truck. Let me drink, if you please. Ooh. Personal diary. You're one to talk. There's this. Passion's not enough. Found one. Father Whitaker and I abandoned the house at St. Mary's Church. Iron and a dirty mattress, got a bit of blood. Balls. We prayed a long time. The man seemed to feel better. Then we both helped him find the light. I cried then and I cry now as I write these lines. I've never seen a soul so ready to finally be redeemed. Whitaker is a saint. Turn, lead around. Man seems like a decent man as well.
I can't believe I'm doing this. This is despicable.
There you go, full health. Alright, so what other things do I have? Bet 1 of 4. Okay, so I need to go report to Father Rick.
I have this.
Who's back in Whitechapel somewhere?
Thirst for blood.
Is there like anything else around here? Lootable? Don't know what you are, don't know what you're doing here, but you die.
Oh my, nothing to see here. Just friendly, tentacle.
Hey, M2 in the shadows, how are you guys doing? Thank you very much for the raid there. Oh, shillings. Oh, new hideout unlocked. Excellent. M2 had to end the stream due to a small family emergency. He sends his apologies. Okay, well, I hope M2 is okay and that his family's going to be okay, whatever the emergency is. How's everyone else? How are you doing, Rossi? That's the loot in here. Strange formula. That was here, number 2. Okay, so I can make treatments for headaches. Which... Any of these? Nope. Just happening. Oh, okay. As long as everything's alright.
It's locked.
Because that brought me out back by here, so I can go out, down, around. Just had the stamina there, barely. Yeah, got some Easter eggs on the way for tomorrow. I'll be working Easter Sunday, so yeah, a bit more money at least. If I follow this... Yeah, how the map actually works, you just drag. If I follow this down around, I can get back to the hospital. Okay, that's another door unlocked.
Last warning, sir. Over there!
Last warning, sir. Sliced into pieces. Okay.
Crush the leech, boys! Stop it! Shit, that leech is fast!
I hate the targeting system in this game.
Die, vermin!
Yeah, this is my first playthrough. Like I said, the only thing I don't like is the targeting system because... Where is it? I have changed the buttons to my side buttons to switch between targets, but it still takes the mouse functions in even though I've changed it. So changing key bindings does nothing. Apart from that, very fun game. Put my health up. Oh, which way am I going again? It's a cop. Ooh, I see goodies. I see coins. I see a vault. But yeah, this is my first playthrough. Taking like a side cut here to avoid fights. Watch out for this one. Which razor one did you get? I have the. Mine's the Kraken V2 personally. Over this side. Anything in here? Are they through or? This looks like a dead end personally. And needs to find his way around. Do I just go away that has no way to go? I'm good. Razorback shot V2. Pretty much all razors now. Nice. Ah! They go up, that's why. On the roofs of London.
I cannot enter.
I find that the place is locked. Cannot go this way yet. Oh, back the way I came, I guess. No? That's one way to change everything. Right, back this way then. Sir, a word.
Bloody leech!
That be the correct way to go? Yeah, you actually have to face it. I think that's the correct way for me to go. That's the correct way. That's an arm 3 Discord server. Hello, big bully man. Sir! There we go. Bloody annoying big guy. Yeah, just lead you around to there. Oh, down this way. Ooh, body. 5 shillings. This was a good body. Ratty.
This is despicable. I have this thirst for blood.
Yes, you do have a thirst for blood. Right, back around and up. Huh? Oh dear. No, she doesn't. Oh, good thing is, since I've mostly killed everything, I don't think things respawn unless you steep. Pretty much just run my way through here. Yeah, she does.
More and more of these bloody leeches every night. Aye. But the guards recruit more and more every year.
Whitechapel. Serious. Cool.
The wet boots will be proud of me. Drugs from the sick and suffering.
I
Good evening,
think
Benjamin.
I can heal you.
Can I help you?
I'm afraid not, Mr. Reed.
You don't seem well, Benjamin. Do you need any help?
I always feel ill, sir. It's like I'm never right.
That's some
Try
meds.
to help your body heal, sir. But you must stop destroying it.
The war destroyed me, Doctor.
Anything new that I can get out of you? I'm here talking to you. No?
A gun, alcohol, and a bad temper make a terrible cocktail, sir. Goodbye for now.
Not me.
Its effectiveness has been proven by many. Even the flu is no match.
People are talking about his colossus. Perhaps I should look into it.
Right, and then. Tom. Yeah, you a secret turn. I've got. Bloody Dr. Guys. Not Doctor, sorry, the.
I don't have your money. Come on, Barrett, you know the game. You pay for peace of mind.
Oh, it was the boy alone.
The other way this week, Joe. Come on, we can sort it out, right? It's not my call, Barrett.
Good evening, Harry. May I come in?
Sure. Sure.
I believe I have something to help you.
Dreams are soaked with gloom.
So, may I ask you a few questions?
I'm not bothered. What could be worse?
Yep, I have fatigue.
Do
Here
you
you go,
need
dude.
any medical help, young man?
Yes, I do.
Here, take this.
You'll feel better with this. But you need to get a grip, young man. Medication alone won't cure melancholia.
I'm not sure I'm happy with the idea of living long in a world like this. But I thank you for your concern, sir.
By the way, Ross, thank you very much for using bits to feed the dragon rather than channel points. I do very much appreciate the additionals.
Would it ease tensions with your father if he got an honest job? Because he tried, you know.
I can't say. I'd be glad if he dropped his thuggish activities. But I'm not sure it would be enough.
Why is that?
Sometimes I suspect it's me, Dr. Reed. Or it's this life. It's like I can't find my place.
You and your father have a difficult relationship, Harry. Tell me, did he ever hurt you?
No, never. My father can be brutal and rude, violent even. But he never touched an hair on my head.
What is going on between you two then?
It's his job, if you can call it a job. He bullies people. Men and women we know, like poor Mr. Lewis. It's just not right.
Hey, Axel. How you doing, buddy? You there?
Goodbye, young man. Take care of yourself.
Is there only pain and suffering in this world?
Where's your dad? Pretty sure I have some more things to talk to you about.
You again? What do you want this time?
Yeah, not too bad. How's Skyrim?
Harry doesn't seem happy living in Whitechapel. Why did you make him come here?
I've always put my son's interests above everything else, whatever he may think. Our house is small but affordable. The walls are thin, but the door is solid.
You really love your son, don't you, Mr. Peterson?
He's my pride and joy. Even if he hates me for the choices I make and pushes me buttons more than he should.
Since the criminal nature of your job means you could be arrested, are you not afraid of what would happen to your boy if you were?
No one will ever take my son away from me. If that ever occurred, I'd hunt the bastard down and rip off his head with my bare hands.
Jesus. I'm sorry to hear that, Exile. I hope you can get it working properly.
Do you have any regrets?
Only one. Not to have my beloved wife by my side. She died when Harry was little. My sweet Jane. She gave the boy confidence.
Why is your relationship with your son so difficult?
Harry and I are so different. Sometimes I wonder if he's my own blood. Seems he's ashamed to be my son.
Why not change that then? If you used your strength to do good, perhaps Harry wouldn't feel that way about you.
How dare you tell me what I should or shouldn't do with my boy? Who the fuck are you to interfere like that?
You're too
I
protective,
don't
mate.
doubt your motives. I'm certain you simply wish to provide for your family. But this desire might be the cause of your misery.
I don't think I like your attitude, sir. In fact, I'm starting to dislike your face so much, I might try to improve it, see?
I'd like to see you try, Colossus Joe. In the meantime, are you sure I can't be of any help to your son? I am a doctor, remember?
Never. Harry's complicated. Fragile, you could say. Doesn't mingle with strangers. Now leave us alone.
Why do you keep on working for the gang, Joe? You know it doesn't suit you.
It's true, I hate this job. And I know I made some bad choices, but I'm a wet boot boy now. And people won't forget it.
You could leave tomorrow. Start another life in another town.
That's easy for you to say, Doctor. We are poor. My son's weak. And there's no way he'll endure another disappointment.
Playing as my buddy Blue Wing Sniper, trying to get to the Dawn Guard's storyline. Oh, fair enough. I'm guessing you like the Dawn Guard stuff. Oh, is that everything? I think that's everything.
Goodbye, Mr. Peterson.
I should never have taken up my father's business.
You have fatigue. I shall heal you.
Good evening, Christina.
Change your mind, Mr. Reed?
You're not attractive in the slightest. No. Here, have some fatigue.
Miss Popper?
It depends on the price of your medicine.
I'm shocked that you would think I am that sort of man.
Forgive my suspicion. I'm so used to liars with good manners. Thank you, sir.
Ooh, orc tank. That sounds fire. Anything new about you?
Clayton Darby claims he will expose the crisis in Whitechapel to all of London. Do you believe him?
I believe Clayton's courage will erode with time, until he finally leaves Whitechapel to start another fight somewhere else.
Are you talking from experience?
I've seen your type come here to get a good fuck in a cheap room or a dark alley before going back to their fancy houses in the West End.
I like
Why the
that.
skepticism?
How can you speak about starvation if you've never been hungry? Or about poverty? Or anything else you have never suffered from?
This is true. Right, so that's everything from there. Bit personal? No.
Goodbye, miss. Take care of yourself as best you can.
Until I come to shove more medicine down your throat. Well, dude, your guy got turned into a vampire scroll thingy.
Good evening, Mr. Whitaker.
It's Father Whitaker, my son. So, are you still lost in your rational delusions?
I have found Samuel, your disciple. I am afraid I have bad news.
I already expected the worst. He should already have come back. He is dead, isn't he?
Yes, he is now. The epidemic took him.
Samuel steadily made donations to our cause. He would have rewarded you himself if you'd found me in that awful cemetery. Please accept this money.
Anything new?
Tobias Whitaker, confess why you burnt those people alive.
I have done what no one was ready to do. I will smite the flesh of the unclean to protect the righteous.
Yes, but hit to kill.
You are just another heartless murderer, exploiting the epidemic to kill with impunity.
No! No. The only way to contain the spread is to strike at the source itself. The proliferating sick.
You're not the savior of London. You're just a glorified sadist.
I take no pleasure in this awful cleansing, Dr. Reed. I am only driven by the thousands of innocents I save each night.
Why did you send Samuel to the cemetery, Tobias? What did you see there?
I sent him on a vision. A dream of a dreadful and laughing queen covered with blood, sleeping with the dead and feeding on the fear of the dying.